What you mean? What's up?
What do you mean what I mean? How the you get around Mama D? What the y'all mean
That's
that?
none of your business.
You know her reputation with young
I
women,
don't
she
know,
was
and I
known to be a
don't
madam,
care.
okay? So
I don't know,
I'm just
I
asking
don't
what's the
care.
relationship?
After me talking to Rasheeda, I'm like, yo, me and Jasmine gotta meet up and shut this down at the source. I don't want Cannon to sit back and gotta see me saying all kind of stuff to his mom, but I'm really pissed off that you playing with my marriage. I'm starting to feel like we doing the remix to Mama D's thirsty ass hoes. Like, what the going on?
Recently, Kirk posted on Instagram about going through immense pain, and it didn't take long for rumors to spread. Word quickly got around that his situation might be worse than anyone initially thought. Reports now suggest that he's in the hospital, and doctors are growing increasingly concerned about his condition, even fearing the worst. Amid all this, sources have revealed that Kirk has specifically asked for Rasheeda to be by his side. It's said that he wants to apologize and make peace with her for all the hurt he's caused over the years. However, this decision hasn't set well with Jasmine, who is reportedly furious that Kirk chose Rasheeda instead of her. This seems to be stirring up yet another round of drama for everyone involved. Not too long ago, Kirk posted a video on Instagram showing some improvement after struggling with pain. In the caption, he expressed gratitude for feeling better. Many fans were relieved to see this, especially given how serious things had seemed. However, not everyone was convinced. Some fans voiced concerns, urging him to take his health seriously and get further tests to avoid complications. There had been talk of potential surgery before, and it seems that the situation may have escalated to that point. Now that Kirk's health has taken a turn for the worse, he is hospitalized, and whispers about his condition being more critical than initially believed are growing louder. Witnesses claim that Kirk's condition has deteriorated to the point where he personally asked Rasheeda to be with him in the hospital. Insiders suggest that his request isn't just about his health. He apparently wants to make amends for the pain he's caused her over the years. Kirk's intention seems to be finding peace with Rasheeda, especially if his condition worsens. Further, this gesture is seen as his way of seeking closure, but it hasn't gone over well with Jasmine. She's reportedly venting her frustration to those around her, feeling that Kirk's decision to prioritize Rasheeda over her is ungrateful, especially after everything they've been through. Looking at the situation, it's hard not to question Kirk's behavior. If it takes a serious health scare for him to acknowledge the hurt he's inflicted on Rasheeda and finally want to reconcile, it speaks volumes about how he's handled things in the past. Kirk and Rasheeda have been married for over 20 years, and throughout their marriage, he has repeatedly disrespected her. From infidelity to public humiliation, Kirk has shown little regard for their relationship. Jasmine's involvement in their lives began when Kirk betrayed Rasheeda to the extent of fathering a child with her, further straining their marriage. Many people remember the intense moment when Jasmine, Kirk, and Rasheeda had a conversation about co-parenting Jasmine's son. During that discussion, Kirk made a questionable comment after Rasheeda stepped away, which hinted at an ongoing connection with Jasmine. Later, Jasmine revealed she still had messages between her and Kirk, adding fuel to the fire and suggesting there was more to their relationship than what Kirk admitted. Jasmine didn't hold back when it came to exposing Kirk. She appeared at an event where both Kirk and Rasheeda were present, bringing evidence to expose his behavior. Instead of taking responsibility, Kirk tried to shift the blame and portray himself as a victim. He claimed that he had been unhappy in his marriage for a long time and that his affair with Jasmine was merely an escape from his marital issues. This refusal to accept accountability only deepened the frustration of those involved. Even now, Kirk continues to present himself as a victim, telling others that problems in his marriage with Rasheeda pushed him to seek comfort elsewhere. Instead of addressing the issues in their relationship and working to repair them, he chose to cheat and humiliate her. And now, after everything, he's asking for Rasheeda's forgiveness from a hospital bed, hoping she'll be there to support him, despite the damage he's caused. It's difficult to make sense of Kirk's actions. How does someone who has caused so much pain suddenly decide it's time to make amends, especially after years of betrayal? Rasheeda has endured a lot, and she deserves more than a last-minute apology. She deserves respect, honesty, and the opportunity to heal from everything she's been through. On the other hand, Jasmine's anger is understandable too. She feels betrayed that Kirk is turning to Rasheeda for forgiveness, while still framing himself as a victim in this whole mess. There's a lot of unresolved tension between all three of them, and this situation is far from over. As the story unfolds, it's clear that Kirk's health scare has brought up deeper issues that have been lingering for years. Whether or not he's genuinely seeking to make things right, or simply trying to ease his own guilt, remains to be seen. Both Rasheeda and Jasmine have their own grievances with Kirk, and it's unlikely that his sudden desire for reconciliation will resolve the years of hurt he has caused. Only time will tell how this drama will play out, but one thing is certain. This situation is a painful reminder of the consequences of Kirk's actions and the damage they've done to those around him. Kirk doesn't seem to have learned from his past mistakes. Now, he appears to realize how badly he treated Rasheeda, but this awareness comes far too late. If he had truly cared about fixing his mistakes, he should have acted long before now. Instead, he let everything spiral into a mess filled with betrayal, anger, and pain. Even now, it's unclear if he's genuinely ready to make things right, or if he's simply reacting to the situation because it's become unavoidable. What happens next is uncertain. Kirk's health is a serious matter, and no one knows for sure if he'll recover. But the bigger question is whether he and Rasheeda can ever move past all the hurt and damage. Right now, the drama between them is ongoing, and there are no simple solutions. Kirk has a lot to prove if he wants to rebuild what he's broken, but it's unclear if Rasheeda will ever fully forgive him. After everything that's happened, her choice to forgive or not is entirely up to her. Not long after, Kirk took a big step and decided to separate from Rasheeda. According to sources, he even consulted his lawyer about starting the divorce process. Some people believe Rasheeda played a part in how Kirk treated her because she chose to stay with him despite the problems. Instead of walking away, she made it clear she was committed to keeping their family together. She openly said she wasn't planning to leave. In an interview with Essence, Rasheeda explained her perspective. She said, "A lot of people who talk about my situation have no idea what it's like to be in my shoes. Most of them haven't even been in a relationship for more than a few months, let alone 20 years. They can't judge my choices. At the end of the day, it's my life, and I don't let other people's opinions guide me. I prayed about it and followed my heart. If people don't like what I do, they don't have to follow me or comment on my posts. Everyone handles their challenges differently, and I don't tell others how to live their lives," she went on. To say that one reason their marriage lasted as long as it did was that Kirk eventually changed his behavior. She explained, "He did a complete turnaround. I went through a really dark period because of everything, but he finally understood how much he needed me in his life. It wasn't until Kirk ended up in the hospital that he fully realized Rasheeda's value and wanted her by his side again." However, this decision upset Jasmine, who was furious. She started talking to anyone who would listen, sharing details about what Kirk had done to her. Reports even surfaced that Kirk had mentioned the possibility of marrying Jasmine after finalizing his divorce from Rasheeda. So, when he asked Rasheeda to come back, it devastated Jasmine. But as the saying goes, you lose them the way you get them. This is Kirk we're talking about, and he knows how to navigate between Rasheeda and Jasmine. While everyone hopes he recovers soon, it's clear that things are only going to get more chaotic. Fans have already been weighing in on the situation, with many sharing their opinions. Some said, "I don't understand why Jasmine plays the victim. She had a baby with a married man, and that comes with consequences. She knew he was married, so she has to deal with what comes next. Rasheeda deserves better. If Kirk passes away, she should move on and live a life free of this mess. She doesn't need that kind of man holding her back. She deserves happiness, and it's not with him." Others pointed out, Kirk is with Rasheeda when he's sober, but he's with Jasmine when he's drunk. What does that tell you? The big question remains. Should Rasheeda forgive Kirk for all the pain he's caused and support him while he's in the hospital? Or should she let go and move on, given his past decisions and betrayal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And after you share your opinion, don't forget to check out the next video. There's always more to discuss.